Welcome back to part 12 of the Alfa build, taking apart number 2 engine. Oh, well boys and girls, that was a pain to get out. Whew. Number 4 and number 5 are out and probably done for. I know one of these injectors had been changed. With the 210 brake horse engine, I could just give them a wiggle and they came straight out, no bother. And it was obviously a non-running engine, so that was cold. Beautiful. Right, I'm gonna have a sit down and a cup of tea. Right, this is what we were calling engine number 2, which is from my black Lusso 2006 210 brake. It's not in the greatest shape, as you can see on these oil pipes. I suspect this may have had low oil pressure. It ran fine, but I never got any oil pressure warning at all. I fitted the top end locking pin in, which is, I've not used it before, so I've not done anything with these engines particularly at all, really. So it's all pretty new to me. And I don't know where that lined up. There's a mark there. I thought there was a mark here. But I put that in and it locked it. Having a look inside, you could see where it would lock in. And it went in fine. It's probably just a casting mark. Because it's on the outside as well. So I wonder what that would line up to anyway. I think what I need to do is check the oil situation with this. I think it's drained. I'll make sure. The last dregs of the oil coming out. I've thrown a load of WD-40 on these studs for the injectors. It'd be nice if I could take them out. That's probably not going to happen without welding a nut to it. I guess I should take the vacuum pump off and the thermostat and the EGR coolant chamber, the EGR cooler. Another thing that are prone to leaking, I guess. So I'll go ahead and take those guys off. So all that stuff's off, and I've now spun the engine upside down. I'll work on getting these pipes off and getting the sump off. I went out oil leaks, and let's have a look, see what's going on under there. Does that look new? Like it's been changed? Not sure. This had a clutch, flywheel, and allegedly a rear crank seal. That's never been off, has it? Yeah, that's the original. Yes, I put so much. I mean, I dread to think how much is on the inside of that. But I bought this from an Alfa specialist who, they sell only, well, Alfas apparently. And these are the guys you trust. This is their warranty work. The sump was leaking. What I wanted to know is, why did they need to have the sump off to begin with? So let's get those pipes off and get the sump off. Have a look. Right. I've just taken off the oil filter housing with those pipes on it because it just made more sense. All the sump bolts are out. So I'm going to pull this sump off and have a gander underneath, see what's going on. So on the surface, it looks pretty clean. And in here, the oil's not great, is it? It's pretty black. It's not the worst. I can't turn the engine over because I'll bend the valve. There's no cam belt on it, and I really need to head off. Really, but I can get to those two. So I'll just pull those big ends off and have a look and see if they're original. So this is not good, is it? Definitely original. I mean, as in genuine. The crank looks good. Let's pull out number 2 main, see what that looks like. So I've given this a wipe already, and it's actually normal kind of wear in there. So nothing like engine number 1, luckily. So this might be the crankshaft of choice. I guess it now just depends on what the pistons look like and what the bores look like, and then we may as well use this engine. Another interesting thing to note: new glow plug, new glow plug, new glow plug, new glow plug. Rusty old glow plug. Guess which was the hardest one to get to. So we've got all these bolts out of this cam carrier, and it has come apart at this end, and usually they stick on the injector hold down studs, which may be what's happened with this one. I've just pulled the inlet manifold off so I can get a bit of prying on this side, hopefully get it off. But with a bit of a fight, I got that cam cover off. It's a cam cover, cam carrier. Lovely. Looks pretty good. And I've got the head bolts all undone. So I'm going to pull those out now. Covered all that up. All the rockers are still on there. All our bolts are out. We need to lift the head off and see what the bores are like. So we can see that, I think that's somewhere where the timing mark is, when you put the tool in, and number 1 is at top dead. So that's good. All good. Let's have a gander in these bores. Put number 1 down. They all pretty good. This is the worst one. You can see where it's been sat for a long time. Let's clean off there. Yeah, I guess it has been quite a while. It's been sat down, but it turns lovely and free compared to the others. So I do think that this is going to be our engine of choice. Look at that, beautiful. So we need a new oil pump. So I don't even think I'm going to pull the pistons out. We've got no damage on the pistons like we saw in the other ones. These are lovely. The pistons are nice and clean. Not much carbon build-up. Nothing to speak of. Alright, looks like things are finally looking up, and we can use this as the base to build a decent engine with. Awesome. Well, I guess the next job is then to clean this all up, order some parts in, and start putting it back together. And hopefully in the next video we'll be getting some paint down in that engine bay and start putting that together too. Thanks for giving it a watch. Please give it a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Thanks guys.